Got some guys who are so beloved by the fans that it comes to a point where if they get criticized by anyone else, well, their respective fan bases will immediately defend them.
Tony Romo, Hall of Fame quarterback.
So today, we're going to take a look at 10 guys who have fans that'll constantly defend them no matter what they do. Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers has had one of the more polarizing careers in recent years, as he has faced criticism for some of the outspoken opinions that he's expressed to the media. Rodgers' play has also significantly declined in recent time, but fans continue to defend him because, well, his elite play during his prime years with the Green Bay Packers. There he won Super Bowl 45 for the team and also earned 4 league MVPs. After said Super Bowl, Rodgers has experienced numerous playoff exits, including some early ones in recent years due to his respective team's defensive breakdowns in crucial moments, as well as offensive stallings and just losing to other elite offensive units. Yet in spite of that, the fans continue to defend Rodgers for his on-field brilliance, even though the 2026 season will be his final season in the league with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Though some fans have been turned off by Rodgers' public comments in recent years, this man is always going to have fans, and regardless of whether you like him or not, this guy's guaranteed to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Tony Romo. The former Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback has faced criticism from fans for his playoff chokes during his playing career, as well as for playing on some very mediocre teams during his prime. Fans will defend Romo when he carried the Cowboys to 3 straight 8-8 seasons, playing with an abysmal offensive line and a bottom-tier defense. Not to mention, fans will always bring up his elite passer rating of 97.1, which is in the top 15 amongst quarterbacks all time. Romo also has a 2-4 playoff record, where a majority of his playoff games ended in heartbreak, like the 2007 wildcard game against the Seattle Seahawks, where Romo botched the hold on a field goal attempt and tried to make a pass, but the pass went incomplete, resulting in a loss for the Cowboys. Another heartbreaking playoff loss was the Des Cottet game against the Green Bay Packers, where Romo played a near-flawless game, throwing 15 passes for 191 yards and throwing 2 touchdowns against no interceptions. But the referees controversially ruled that Bryant's catch was incomplete, which resulted in a gut-wrenching loss. Once Romo retired, he joined Jim Nantz in the broadcast booth and earned more fans for his instant ability to predict plays before they happened. But he has faced criticism from fans who have said that he talks a little too much and gets confused during certain parts of the game in 2021. Not to mention, he was criticized during the broadcast of Super Bowl 58, where he spoke over his co-commentator after McCole Hardman caught the game-winning pass. Yet, despite all that, loyal fans still defend Romo for his play and grit on the field and his electric broadcasting skills to this day. Tom Brady. Fans are always going to defend Tom Brady through thick and thin, even with him retired from playing and now in the broadcast booth. Brady's career is absolutely legendary, and there is no taking away from that. However, the Spygate and Deflategate controversies in which the New England Patriots were involved in are shadows looming around TB12's otherwise spotless career. Fans will always love and admire his underdog story, going from the 199th pick in the 2000 NFL Draft to becoming a 7-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not to mention Brady's dominance, winning ways, and longevity during his playing career in the NFL. Brady also had an incredible clutch factor, making for some absolutely stellar comebacks, which fans will always bring up when in debates with one another. No matter how many haters TB12 may still have, there will always be fans who will be ready to spring into action and defend the man. TJ Watt. Watt is one of the league's most talented linebackers who has made 8 Pro Bowls and was the 2021 NFL Defensive Player of the Year award winner. He embodies the traditional blue-collar worker, true grit, and tough identity that the Pittsburgh Steelers are known for, even though the team hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. Fans will always stand up for Watt for his dominance on the Steelers' defense, his old-school values, and vindication against division rivals, especially pointing out his sack numbers, as he currently has 115 sacks in his career, and he has led the league in sacks 3 times. Watt plays against some of the league's toughest defensive opponents and has emerged on top against said opponents. Even though the Steelers' offense doesn't have a true answer at quarterback, the fans will always point to Watt as one of the reasons why the team stays relevant during the regular season. Julian Edelman. Similar to Tom Brady, Edelman carried the spirit of the Patriots franchise for most of his professional career, as he helped the team stay dominant during the 2010s when they won 3 Super Bowls. Edelman was also an underdog who was drafted in the 7th round of the 2009 NFL Draft and made a huge impact for the Patriots in his later years with the team. However, Edelman never made a Pro Bowl throughout his entire career Yet fans will defend his clutchness in key games when it mattered most. Edelman only had 3 1,000-yard receiving seasons in the NFL during his playing career. Patriots fans will always stand by how clutch he was in the playoffs, as he had the second most receptions at 118 and the second most receiving yards with 1,442 in NFL postseason history. And he brought a strong mental toughness that fans always embraced when cheering on the Patriots during his prime playing days. Patrick Mahomes. When it comes to the current state of the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes will always have a huge amount of fans who will defend him no matter what happens to him or the franchise. Just like Tom Brady, Mahomes had incredible on-field brilliance, which he delivers time and time again in key games. He displays a team-first mentality and has turned the Chiefs into a Super Bowl dynasty. Numerous fans have shown displeasure toward Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes, and of course his younger brother, Jackson Mahomes, with just how much of a nuisance they've been during Chiefs games. Opposing Chiefs fans have also criticized Mahomes for complaining to the referee and on-field frustration. But Mahomes' passionate fan base will always jump to his defense and point out the competitive fire that he brings to every single game. Mahomes is in the us versus them category, as the Chiefs fan base feels Mahomes is wrongfully hated by opposing rival fans for all that he's done for the franchise, and what he'll potentially do with the Chiefs next. When Mahomes returns to action during this upcoming season, be prepared for Mahomes' fan base to defend him no matter what happens to the Chiefs or Mahomes during the regular season. Travis Kelce. On the field, Kelce has definitely become one of the best tight ends in the league. He helped the Chiefs become a Super Bowl dynasty, made 11 Pro Bowls, and is going to be a Pro Football Hall of Famer when he eventually retires, which might be after this year. Kelce has had a legendary football resume, and fans are always ready to point this out, while haters, or maybe some more general NFL fans, kind of get rubbed the wrong way. Kelce's also engaged to Taylor Swift, and has had the Swifties fan base by his side since 2023, who will defend him against any internet rumors. While the rest of the NFL world has grown a little exhausted with the circus around him and his fiancée, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has emerged as one of the league's most polarizing quarterbacks thanks to his dual threat abilities, lack of off-field drama, and humble attitude. But along with that, his lack of any real success with the Ravens franchise. The man can put up numbers, sure. I mean, he's a 2-time league MVP, led the league in passing touchdowns in 2019, and made 4 Pro Bowls so far in his career. But Jackson hasn't made it to the Super Bowl. He just seems to disappear when the playoffs roll around. Yet fans will constantly defend him due to his athletics that he delivers on the field. Jackson has been held to a very high standard by the media, as they expect him to take the Ravens to the Super Bowl and constantly compare him to other quarterbacks who do way more in the league. Supporters of Jackson also appreciate the fact that he has never thrown his teammates and coaches under the bus during his career, something that many other stars in the NFL are more than willing to do. Myles Garrett. Garrett is one of the most talented defensive players to play in the NFL right now, as he won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award in 2023 and 2025, made 7 Pro Bowls, and holds an NFL record 23 sacks during the 2025 season. Browns fans are always going to support Garrett, even though the Browns have been, the Browns for many, many years, being a near bottom-dwelling team that just can't seem to get their way out of that pit. Browns fans have defended Garrett when he swung his helmet at Mason Rudolph after a 2019 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, saying it was retaliation provoked by Rudolph and the Steelers' offensive lineman. Garrett did apologize for the incident, but was suspended indefinitely for the rest of the 2019 season at the time. Since then, Garrett has shown some incredible sportsmanship and has a great off-field persona with fans. Christian McCaffrey. If there's one guy that fans love defending, it's Christian McCaffrey for his elite running skills and versatility that he brought to the Carolina Panthers and is currently bringing to the San Francisco 49ers. McCaffrey runs between tackles and can run routes like a slot receiver, making him a hybrid player. He is incredibly reliable and healthy, as he can act like a safety valve when the passing attack stalls and bring elite consistency to his performance each and every week. If McCaffrey gets hurt, fans are going to defend him and go after head coach Kyle Shanahan for overworking him. And as for the critics who call McCaffrey soft, fans will bring up that he plays through the most intense pain during games. McCaffrey has also kind of perfectly fit into Shanahan's offensive schemes, which have resulted in wins and playoff appearances for the 49ers. But this also means that critics will bring up that he's more a beneficiary of the system rather than a competent player who helps elevate the team. McCaffrey has a ton of respect from players and coaches who praise his leadership and his public image, as he's managed to really avoid media media controversy. McCaffrey's also a guy who has deep respect for not only the fans who admire him, but also the players who play with and against him throughout his career. Guys like George Kittle, who always defends him no matter what kind of rumors pop up about him. When McCaffrey's career concludes in the future, his loyal fan base will make sure that he will find a spot in Canton. But hey, what other NFL player will fans always defend no matter what? What choices would you have made for this list? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.